Assalamu alaikum and Jan Dobry, brothers and sisters. Today's khutbah was focused on the heart, but more than the physical aspects of the heart, but the physical aspects of the heart was used as an analogy for the spiritual aspects. And the Imam said that the heart, he called it the king of the body, and everything else is subject to it, meaning that the heart dictates everything. So in a physical sense, if your heart stops beating, your body will die. But if the heart keeps beating, then your body stays alive and you can do everything. You can worship Allah, you can do your job, you can bathe a cat or whatever. But in the spiritual sense, it's the same way. The heart is still the king of the body in the sense that the condition of your heart when it comes to the deen dictates the rest of your actions and the quality of your actions. So, for instance, if your heart is pure, you're not focusing solely on the dunya, but you're chasing the akhirah, meaning you're working towards paradise, then your actions and your speech follow suit so that you do good deeds and you avoid what's bad. But if your heart is hardened or you don't give a flip about religion, then your actions will follow suit. You'll be committing sins, you'll be committing crimes, and looking at what you're not supposed to be looking at. But if you clean up your heart, take care of it, like you take care of your physical heart, then you are doing good. And then he goes on to say that there are three conditions of the heart. First, you have a sound heart, meaning you're focused on Allah. You do all good things for the sake of Allah and not chasing the dunya. You're not satisfying yourself only with the material world, but you're working towards gaining paradise. And then there's the total opposite, which is the dead heart, means you may physically be alive, but you're spiritually dead. You only chase the dunya, the pleasures of the flesh, doing bad things, and you don't give a flip about the afterlife. That is a completely dead heart. And then there's the sick heart, which is kind of in between, but you do good deeds, you're worshiping Allah, but you are still trying to chase the dunya. That's kind of a thing that I like to say, using the words that I know. You're trying to live a double life, so to speak, but you're not saying that you can't absolutely enjoy the pleasures of this world. I mean, Allah put the resources here for us to use, but it's how we use them and our intentions in how we use them that makes a difference. So if you are purely chasing after material wealth and trying to gain material wealth, but not spending of that wealth for the sake of Allah and for the sake of the poor, then you are not gaining anything in the next life. And there is a phrase, if you spend for the sake of Allah, then you are successful. But if you don't spend for the sake of Allah, not just money here, then you're one of the losers. But there are all kinds of sayings similar to that. So the idea is to keep your heart and your intentions as pure as you can. And he also said that if your heart is sound, then if you commit a minor sin, for instance, if you blow off one of the 5 daily prayers, then you ache for that, you feel bad, and then you atone for that. You repent and you get back on your prayer schedule. But if your heart is sickened, you might just blow it off and forget about it and think that it'll it'll all come out in the wash in the end. And then you might pray again, but you might not make up that missed prayer, or at least repent for that. And of course, if your heart is dead, then you're not bothering with the prayer anyway. But that was today's khutbah. I hope this is of benefit to all of you. And of course, as always, if I screw up, it's my bad. And whatever good comes from Allah. And I hope that this is good for all of you. And so let's all strive for the good and use what Allah has given us wisely. And keep your hearts clean. Assalamu alaikum, do widzenia, and mi asr mila.